Good evening, guys. This is Maya. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today in this video, we are going to learn about the construction of the Jali. So we are going to make a seamless Jali, which we usually come across in some facade design element. So let's go and check some reference images. So you may have come across some of the Jali pattern while doing any of the projects like this one. So we have a residential building in which the front facade element has a nice Jali pattern. So this kind of Jali is used in residential buildings, can be used in commercial. You may come across this in a landscape or anything. So you can see one Jali pattern here, and there is a Jali here. Most of the Islamic architectural projects we have a Jali. So today we are going to learn a simple method of how to construct a Jali for the facade construction. So let's go and get some AutoCAD file for a Jali design, a Jali pattern. For that I'm going to refer DWG free models. You can check this website. It has many free DWG files. You can go to the architectural details, and here you have seamless geometrical pattern. Click on here and download it. So I have this AutoCAD file, so I'll zoom also to check that I don't have extra elements in the file. Let's check the units. It is in millimeters. That's cool. And if you want to check if there are any other files, you can click on the command xref, enter. So here it will show you if there's any other image or the files attached here. It will present here. You can select and detach, but here I have only this file, so that is fine. Basically you need to check this because when you're importing the AutoCAD file in the Dialux, if your AutoCAD file has any reference DWG files or the image files attached to your working file, the file becomes heavy. Okay, getting back to the topic, here I have 6 different Jali patterns. These are very interesting. Um, so as we are going to learn for the first time how to make the Jali, let's consider any simple pattern, which is this one, and I'm going to delete all these 5 patterns. Okay, select all and delete, zoom all. So this is correct. Save. I will save it on the desktop. So whenever you're making any AutoCAD file which has to be imported in the Dialux, try to save it in the lowest possible AutoCAD version because it reduces the file size, right? Close. Now we are not going to do it directly in the Dialux, the construction of the Jali. For that we'll be using the software SketchUp. Okay, so this SketchUp you can get access easily of the 30-day trial by visiting the SketchUp website. We have checked the units of our AutoCAD file as in millimeters, so our SketchUp will also be in millimeters. So this is architectural and millimeters, so I'm going to select this one. So I'm going to delete the extra objects, zoom all, and import the AutoCAD file here. File, import. So I have saved it on desktop. Jali, import, close. Right. So you can see here my DWG file is properly imported, and the next step here is you need to select in the drawing tools rectangle here, and we are going to draw one rectangle a slightly larger than this pattern. So I will start somewhere here and draw it, extend it to here. Okay, now you can see the pattern here is blue in color. I'm going to use this rotate tool, orbit, and rotate it. Okay, so I have rotated it, and now you can see the color of the surface is white, whereas the previous one, the other surface is blue. I want this white surface. Okay, now select everything, right click, make group. Okay, now zoom all. Now the whole pattern, the AutoCAD file and the rectangle which I have drawn is in one group. Now zoom in, make sure these blue lines are selected, that is your CAD file is selected. Right click again and explode it. Okay, still the blue line is visible, so I'm going to click here again and explode it. Okay, it will take sometimes, if your AutoCAD file is very heavy, it takes some time to explode the component, but no worries, it will be exploded. Now after it is exploded, you can see each of the element gets separated, right? So once you can select on any other surface, so it is all separated. Now what you need to do is, so you can imagine the pattern of the Jali. So if I see the pattern, for me this part is a solid and this is hollow, right? So I'm going to just click here and delete, click delete. I'm going to do the same for hole. Make sure you select the surface, not the line. Okay, so if you select the line, it is a different object, right? So you can select the surface here and delete all the portions which are not required by you. So once you have deleted all the surfaces, now I want to delete the surface, but my whole section is selected. So don't delete if the whole surface is selected. What you need to do is just select the pencil tool here and join it. Okay, so wherever you feel you need to delete it, just make it a surface and delete it. Okay, so my Dali pattern is ready, but if you observe, it is only a sheet kind of a thing. It doesn't have any depth of the width. So for that, you're going to use this push pull tool. Select it and just select on the surface. Now you see the whole surface is selected. So select on any other surface. Make sure these dots are visible. Okay. So click here and drag it up. And here at the bottom, if you observe, it shows the number of okay, so I'll go back again. So you need to select where this dot surface is selected. Okay, you need to the left mouse button and drag it up. Okay, so now you want to have it 25 just type 25 enter, and it gets to 25 okay, now zoom on. Now if you check on the other side surface is also turned white surface, not the blue. Okay, now you can select. Now if you need to add the texture, go to the paint and here some materials will be readily available. You can just click on any material you need and double click. So the double click on the Jali, take the bucket and fill it so it gets applied to each and every surface, right? So my Jali in SketchUp is completed. I'll select all. Okay, I will select all and then right click, make group. You can even rotate it. Just select and here is a rotate tool. Hold and select the orbits to rotate. Okay, so this is how you create a Jali from a DWG file or DXF file in the SketchUp. Okay, now it's very simple. File, export 3D model, desktop. Okay, so I'll save this file, and let's go and check what is the size of this 3ds file of Jali which we created in SketchUp. For that, go and check in the properties. So it's only 89.5 KB. So it's very small size, right? We'll go and open our Dialux. Go for outdoor and building planning. Draw rectangular floor element. I'll shift the origins here. Apply some texture for this. Then import the Jali. File, import furniture file. So we have here Jali for facade. Open, and here it's selected. So I have to rework on the dimensions here. So it's 476 meters. That is a wrong unit. So I'm just going to convert it into say, so make it here 0.25 mm. Perfect. You can scale the Jali size as per your requirement, right? Now it's 5 I can make it 1 and 1. Okay. Let us keep it 5 Control C, Control V if you want to arrange it. Okay, so we'll just arrange to some 10 meters. Go and adjust in the plan view. Control C, Control V. Now, since this is a 3ds file and we can't combine the different portions, but we can make it in a single group. So what you need to do is just select everything, go to copy and arrange and group it. Okay, so that you see here now it is only one single group. The advantage of making it one single group is that you can easily select it like this, right? And you can easily ungroup it with the click and delete the extra portions which you do not require. Okay, so I'm just going to adjust my round portion. So let's make one Jali grazing with the normal maybe a warm white, and the second Jali we are going to give some other color changing effect. So for that what we'll do is we'll just select this everything. So my Jali construction is complete. You can, as I said, as I told you, we can make it a single group it. Okay, fine. Now we'll just go and select some IES file for the grazer. We'll visit Iguzini website, products, outdoor, and here in the linear system you'll get grazers. So we'll use linear clues, and here are different wattages present. So it's 20 meters. So let's try it with something with less wattage first, and if we feel we need to have more wattage, we can increase it anyway. Okay. Wow, this is a very nice. So here they have explained it, even the light effect. So it is going to travel up to 4 to 5 meters, and then it is gradually fading away. And for me, since it's a Jali, I think let's try first with something. We are going to select as a wall grazing, color temperature for now 3000 Kelvin. So IP rating obviously IP66. So we have the wattages available here is 5.9 and 3.3 as well as wattage. So choose for 5.9, and it is showing me it is going to graze up to 4 to 5 meters. And here you can click and download the IS file. Oh, okay, my IS file is downloaded. Go to the plan view, draw a reference line or a reference grid. This is for a reference because we are going to place our luminous somewhere between 0.25 meters away from the Jali for a wall grazing effect. More clarity on where I have to place my luminar. So light, import luminar file. Now we have to import the luminar file. Import luminar file. Next, don't do any changes here. Finish. Draw line arrangement. We are going to keep it as 0.25 meters away. So I have placed around 22 luminaires because the width of my Jali is around 15 meters. Okay. Check the luminaire position and also the light distribution. So it is tilted down. I'm going to rotate it and place it down. We'll adjust the luminaire positions again. So this is seeming a bit more close for a wall grazing effort. So it's only a 200 mm, and let's try it with little increase in the distance, maybe 0.4 mm from the object. So it's 0.5. I think that's cool. You can hide the reference lines by selecting this tool. Okay. Then check the reflection factor of your texture. So, oh, this is 20% of the reflection factor. So 80% of my light is going to get absorbed with the texture itself. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply a different texture for this. So I've selected some of the wooden textures and indoors. So let's select something with higher reflection factor. So this is with select something with 46. Double click to select the texture. Replace the material. Okay, so the material is replaced. We have placed luminance for one Jali. We do it for another Jali too. So we'll just see Control C, Control V. Okay. Now before changing the color of one wall grazer to some other color, maybe RGB, let's try and run the calculation for a warm white first. So let's go and cross check the color temperature of this. So go to the lamps. So it is 3000 Kelvin here. Everything is perfect. Go to the calculation objects and run entire project. So my result is completed. I will increase the brightness and do the settings manually until I have the correct lighting effect I'm looking. So this is more on a cooler warm, cooler white, and then This is gradually more for the 2500 Kelvin. So my luminaire is 3000 Kelvin, so the light effect will be something like this. And you can see the nice light effect on the Jali. So we'll check the thermal view. So I'm getting around, say, 10 lux till half of the Jali, and then around 5 to 3 to 5 lux. Okay, that's fine because it depends solely upon your application where you are using it. So if you want it to be more brightly lit, you can use more the luminaire with higher wattage and high lumen output. So for me, this is fine for the residential use. Now what we are going to do is we are going to change the color of one wall grazer and check the effect. So I will just cancel the calculation, go back to the lights, select the luminaire, and you can directly change it here. So change LED and say I want to make it blue in color. You can double click here, apply, and it is applied. Go back to the calculation objects and run an entire project. So this is how you do a color changing effect for the Jali. So this is a very nice grazing effect for the Jali. You can check the lux levels too. So this is it guys in this tutorial. So we have learned today how to make a seamless Jali pattern for the facade construction. It is very easy to make it in the SketchUp first and then import it in the Dialux. So the SketchUp model is also not very heavy. It is less than the 1 MB, and even your Dialux file will not get heavy because of the 3D model. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please hit a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel and stay tuned to explore more in Dialux with me. Thank you.